My dear students, in this tutorial I am going to teach you speech writing. So for doing speech writing you have to follow proper format, and the main points of this format I am going to write down on the blackboard. Okay, so the first point that you have to keep in your mind, that introduction. While giving a speech, you have to divide all the speech in 7 parts, and the first part of your speech is introduction. After introduction, second point we have, that is formal address. Formal address. After formal address, you have to announce your topic. So the next part of that will be announcement of the topic. Then we have fourth, that is development of the topic. After that, winding up. After winding up, we have conclusion, then formal thanks. So these are the basic 7 elements that you have to keep in your mind while writing a speech, and I am going to take one element and I will explain each element in detail, that what should be written in introduction, what should be written in formal address, announcement of the topic, in development of the topic, winding up, conclusion, formal thanks, and so on. So I will be telling you each and everything in detail. So first of all, take first element of the speech writing, that is introduction. What you should write down in introduction. So I am going to tell you in detail. So the first element of introduction, you have to make separate paragraphs for every element. In introduction, you can start your speech by giving a dramatic beginning. You can put dramatic, or you can write down, or you can write down any quotation that can be a good giving, that can give a good beginning to your speech. So your pre-speech can contain quotation, any quote, or you can take data, or you can take any very short story to give a dramatic look to your speech. When you will give a dramatic look to your speech, so it will really create a good impression on the audience. After that, writing first pre-speech, you have to formally address the audience. So what is the correct way to formally address the audience? You can say good morning one and all, good morning chief guest. You can write down about the chief guest, you can write down about the organizers and fellow speakers. So you can formally address them, and you can start your speech by addressing and greeting the audience in a formal way. Your way should be very much formal. Okay, good morning one and all, good morning everybody, good morning, a very cheerful and glittery good morning to one and all present here. So there can be different ways that you can adopt any one way to formally address the audience. So these are the first and second elements of our speech. After that, I am going to move to third and fourth element of our speech. After that, we have third element. The third element of your speech writing is the announcement of the topic. When you are going to announce your topic, so you should clearly mention the topic, on which topic you are going to deliver a speech. Okay, and you have to clearly mention the topic, the context, and the occasion on which you are going to speak. So when you are going to make paragraph on the announcement of the topic, so here you can mention about your name, you can mention about your class, and you can mention about the occasion, and you can tell about your topic. What is your topic? On which topic you are going to deliver a speech. So these 4 things should be added in this paragraph, that on which topic you are going to deliver a speech, your name, class, occasion, topic, all these 4 things should be included in this paragraph. For example, I, Shweta of class this is going to deliver a speech on the topic on the occasion of this. So you can mention all the things according to the given questions. Okay. After that we have another element, that is 4th element, that how you are going to develop your speech. Now next 4th element, that is the development of the topic. Okay. In this paragraph you should include major statements. So I am giving you one tip how you should frame this development of the topic paragraph. It's better that whatever the ideas which are occurring in your mind, you make a draft of this, you make a rough list of all the ideas, then you pick up all the ideas, like data can be there, examples can be there, it can be full of arguments, it can be full of evidence. Pick up all the things, keep all the things in your mind and make a list. Then arrange all the ideas in a systematic way, because all the ideas, data, examples, arguments, evidence, all the things should be properly arranged in your development, so that slowly and gradually you should develop your topic, whatever the topic is asked from you in your exam. So you should gather all the evidence and you should develop all the ideas in a proper way. And it should be full of major statements, and all these major statements should be properly arranged in the paragraph of development. Suppose this paragraph is too long, so you can divide this paragraph in 2 parts. You can arrange all the ideas in 2 parts while developing your topic. After developing your idea, you should frame a very short paragraph, and this paragraph should reflect the winding up your topic. And in this winding up paragraph, you should show that you are signaling the approaching end, that your speech is going to put an end, and it should signal that yes, you are going to over your topic, and all the ideas should be summed up very briefly. Okay, and this paragraph should not be too long. Here in this paragraph there is a need to write down a comment or a criticism. It can be a comment, it can be a criticism. So you have to keep only these 3 main points while writing a winding up paragraph. So many times what happens, what do students do? They pick up the content for development paragraph and they write down all the same content in this winding up paragraph. So in this way your marks can be deducted. In winding up, this paragraph should be very nutshell, should be very brief, and there should be only comment and criticism. One line you can frame on comment or criticism, and it should show that yes, it is an attempt that you are going to sum up all the ideas, and it should be, you can say, signal only and only to the approaching, and yes, your speech is going to get over, and you have written proper comment on this. So that should be your winding up paragraph, very much short paragraph. Next, 6th element of your speech writing is conclusion. See, when you are going to write down concluding paragraph, in this paragraph there can be hope, there can be a warning, it can be an appeal, or it can be a call for action. Again, I am telling you, this concluding paragraph should be very short, not too long, and only these 4 points you can keep in your mind while writing a concluding paragraph. It doesn't mean that you are going to repeat all the content of the development paragraph. Here you should not repeat the content. See, there is a confusion between winding up and conclusion. So many students are having that confusion, but you should clear that confusion, that in conclusion, in winding up you have ended your speech. Okay, you have written about the end of your speech, but in conclusion you are going to write down about hope. If you have discussed any of the problem in your speech, there can be any hope, there can be any warning, there can be any appeal, any request to the audience, or it can be a call for action. So you can pick up these points and you can frame 2 or 3 lines using these while framing a conclusion paragraph, while framing a concluding paragraph. And last paragraph, not last paragraph, that can be only single line, but these lines are going to give you marks. In this line, you have to formally thank the audience. For example, thanks for being a patient listener. Only this much you have to write down. And when you write down the patient listener, write down the spelling of patient very clearly. And thanks for listening carefully, okay, and thanks for being a patient listener. Such kind of lines can be written at the end of your speech. So my dear student, you follow that proper format, prepare your speech in proper 7 elements, and I am giving you one homework. Your homework is that you have to write down pros and cons of online classes. Okay, you have to write down what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, that are you in the favor or are you not in the favor of having online classes, what you can think, what are the advantages of this. You can make a rough list of first of all this, and you can also write down about the disadvantages of online classes. Then you can arrange all the ideas in a proper way, in a systematic way, and start writing about this speech writing in your notebook. And while writing speech writing, you have to follow proper format, starting from the very beginning, like introduce yourself. You can have proper pre-speech for that, okay. After writing introduction, then you can formally address the audience, and you can announce the topic by telling your name, class, about your topic. You can announce the topic. Then you develop your ideas. Having so many ideas in your mind, you can arrange all the ideas in a proper systematic way. Then you wind up, then you write down a concluding paragraph, and don't forget to formally thank the audience. So in this way you arrange your speech, and your speech should have a good vocabulary, good expression should be there. It should not seem like that you are writing a paragraph. It should seem that yes, it is a part of a speech that you are delivering, you are conveying to somebody, you are supporting your idea. Yes, these are the advantages, that you will support your ideas in a very polite, in a very courteous way. Your speech should be full of expression, and these expressions should be very polite and courteous, like ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends, I think so that this is the advantage, the point is that. So such kind of expression you also add to make your speech lively. Okay students, have a nice day, wish you all the best, and give your best for writing this speech. Okay.